Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm Sheree, my channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and if you have never been here before, I do paper crafting and junk journaling and kind of like all sorts of things. I make tassels and bead dangles and just anything to do with the junk journal, ephemera, tags, journal cards. But today I have an eBay shop called Sheree's Shop, which I will have linked below, and I wanted to share with you a few things that I have put in there. At least they will be in there by the time you see this video. So yeah, I've been having some fun this week. So I got together. I had an Etsy shop which I'm not using right now. So I'm transferring some things over to my eBay shop because I want to use eBay right now. And so in my other shop, my Etsy shop, I was selling pins for art glitter glue, and they are, you know, tested by me. So they are the ones. I know I was selling them in my Etsy shop, and people would once in a while say, well, you know, are you sure they're not going to rust? Well, yes, I've been using these for years, so they are the right ones. And they are pretty much, I think, the same ones that come with the bottle when you buy the set of, you know, like the art glitter glue and the little steel or, you know, stainless steel, whatever it is, a little top, you know, the little cap and the pin that goes inside of it. So what I did, I was just selling the pins in my other shop, but in my new shop, I thought it would be fun. I'm trying to kind of like rebundle things and just do some things in a new, maybe better and more fun way. So here's what I have for my pins, and I wanted to try this to see how it goes. These are the little glass bottles that you get from Dollar Tree with a little cork in the top, and I put 5 pins in each one. So like if you wanted more than one, you would get 2 bottles, okay? But unless you don't want 2 bottles, you can let me know, and I'm sure I could probably fit 10 or more in this bottle. There's room for more. But I thought that would be a fun way to receive the pins, because then you could actually leave them in here until you needed a second one. Like if you say you need one right now, you know, you lost your pin and you don't know which ones to get, you could leave them in here, and then you would know where they are and you wouldn't get them mixed up with your other like sewing pins or whatever, you know, your other straight pins, because there are, of course, straight pins that are not stainless steel that, you know, like I have some in my pin cushion, I know, that are not stainless steel that I can just use for sewing, but these are saved for my art glitter glue. So anyway, I have 6 here ready to go, and these are glass bottles, and you can hear. So I'm going to, when I mail them, I will wrap them, or they'll be in a bubble envelope, but I'm going to wrap them in some, of course, bubble wrap. And I've never mailed a glass bottle like this before, so we'll see how it goes, I hope. I think they'll be fine, but the first person that orders one will have to let me know if it arrived safely. I should do a test run on someone. Maybe I'll send somebody some as a gift, and see how it goes. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. So I think it'll be fine too. I have mailed glass things before, just not exactly in a bubble envelope wrapped in something wrapped, you know, that small and that, you know, wrapped in bubble wrap. But I think it'll be all good. So that's one new listing that's in my shop. And then I have been wanting to make some of these. I made some for a couple of journals, and there's one with, I have a glue book in my shop right now that has a beaded tassel on it. And I have made these before, but I wanted to use up some of my beads and just, you know, I'm kind of like really focusing on using my stash right now, and, you know, not getting overwhelmed here in my craft room, as I kind of, you know, I still like to go to the thrift store once in a while and bring new things home. So, you know, and I like the beads. Like I bought some new beads at Dollar Tree and things. So, you know, there's some things that I really want to try, but I don't want to have the things that I already previously had just sit here either. So anyway, that's a long story, I know, but I made these pretty bead dangles here, or bead tassels, I guess I should call them. They are hanging on a bulb pin so that you can hang it from whatever you want. You could add to this, you could add a notebook ring or whatever, and you could actually probably turn, I have it here on the bigger end of the bulb pin hanging. You could probably actually turn it around if you really wanted to. I don't know, I haven't tried that. Let's see. I don't want to mess it up or anything, but I don't know. You may or may not be able to do that, but these do open up too if you wanted to actually pin it on something. You know, this is actually a pin. If you've never seen these before, they actually open up like a safety pin here at the top and go back in like a safety pin. I usually don't open them up. And then, so you could actually pin it on something, or you can hang it like if you have a door knocker on your journal or a little eyelet, or you can add a paper clip to it and clip it into the top of the pages, into the top of a journal, you know? So anyway, what they're made out of is, it's got 6 strands hanging down here of what I used it, you know, as the string. So I would have a strong string here, is waxed thread. And if you've never seen it before, it is very strong. It's not going to break, if you know what I mean. It's not thread. It's just like a thick thread with wax on it that protects it from. It's just very strong. I use it to bind my journals, and so I used like 3 different beads and some butterfly beads. So actually 4 different beads on here. And I think I didn't go for any certain color because I don't have, like I have a lot of blue, but I don't have a lot of the other colors. So I just went for a multicolor, and I think they're really pretty. And there's some in here that are sparkly and some in here that are just beautiful, shiny, and, you know, just different colors and things that you can see. Kind of springy colors, I would say, or just pretty colors. But I think they really turned out pretty. I'll tell you, let me tell you the measurement. That's one, and they're both made of the same beads, you know, the same thing. I did them both last night while I was watching TV. But here's the other one. I hope you can see how pretty they are, and I hope they're sparkling. But they have the butterflies. If you can see right here, these are all butterflies. That's a butterfly, 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 butterfly. There's lots of butterflies on here. So I still have some more butterflies where I can make some more with butterflies. And I have some flower beads that I want to use up, so I'm going to be making some with flowers. But I just wanted to tell you how long these are, because one is longer than the other. So let me measure them for you real quick and tell you exactly how long they are. This one's about 1 inch longer. So the one that is shorter it looks like it's about to the end of the beads. Now the strings go a little bit longer than where the beads are, because you know you need a little bit at the end there. But from the top of the pin to the bottom of the bead is about 8 inches, and to the bottom of the string is about 9.5 inches on this shorter one. Okay, and on this longer one, from the top of the pin to the bottom of the beads is 10 inches, and to the bottom of the thread is about, the longest thread there is about 12 inches. So this one will be in my shop for probably like $1 less than this one, you know, because I probably have a few less beads on it, but not, you know, it's right there. So what? If I count the beads right there, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more beads on this one. So it's not a big difference, you know, if you know what I mean. It's not a huge difference between the two, but there's a lot of beads on both. I put as many as I thought would fit on here nicely, you know, without looking like it's too crowded, but plenty on there, as you can see. I don't think you could really fit too many more on there, really, because you need room to tie knots under the beads so they stay on there, things like that. So anyway, those will be in my shop when you see this. I think that's a new fun thing I can make and use up some of my beads and things. So that, and then I'm going to put this in there before you see this video. But it's another sheet bundle. I have in this bundle, I'll show you, it's wrapped with this is a vintage sheet, but it was white, and I tore it into strips so I can wrap it around things like this. Use it as a little like tight closure. On top, I do have a doily. This was cut from a bigger like table scarf or something like that. It was a whole like table scarf made out of these smaller doilies, and I cut them apart. So that's one of them. So in this bundle, here's a string. Let me get that out. But I have a couple of sheets in here. The reason I only have one is because I don't have two like this. There's a couple of pieces in here that I only had one left. So I went ahead and made one bundle. And then I'll see what I have left of my other sheets and see how many bundles I can make out of the ones I have left. But since I only had one of a couple of these, I didn't want to make two and then, have different sheets in each one. So let me show you this one. It has quite a few in here, quite a few pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Usually I do like, I don't know if I've done 8 before. I know I've done like 5 or 6. So this might be the biggest sheet bundle I've ever done. 9 different pieces. Okay, they're all different. They're not none of the same. So real quick, I'll show you. I won't unfold them all, but they're all good sized pieces, like fat quarters or almost fat quarters. Like this is probably the smallest piece right here. This sheet was beautiful. I brought it home because it looks, first of all, the colors are beautiful. And it looks like watercolors, kind of, doesn't it? I think it does. It's got the yellows, the blues, and the pinks, and it's just a beautiful piece of fabric. So that's the first one. And the others are all a little bit bigger than this one. But I wanted to go ahead and include this one because I think this is one of the ones it was the last piece of this one. So last chance to get one of those from me anyway. And then this one here, which is, like I said, they're all bigger than that one, I believe. The fat quarter, these are all like fat quarter. So this one has these pretty pink and blue and yellows and the green leaves and things. Here's a little bundle of yellow flowers. So very beautiful. They're all kind of like that cottony kind of sheet, but very smooth and soft. This one is not quite as soft, but very beautiful, still cottony, and more of a rose pattern with the green leaves. This gave me a very shabby chic vibe. That's why I brought that one home. And this one, of course, I love yellow. I love all colors, but yellow is one of my favorite colors, and this one has a very light yellow background. It's not white. It's a very light yellow, and it has these beautiful, like, yellow roses with the green leaves. This is the end of the sheet here where they have the hem. Oh, well, let me show you. I'm not even showing you the front. Hold on. Let me open this one up because I see I'm not showing you the front. Here's the other side. See, that was the back. And here's the front. Now you can see the yellow background there. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it gorgeous? This might have been, was this a, no, I think it was a sheet. It almost looks like it was it's almost the size of a pillowcase, but I think it was a sheet. I do bring home pillowcases too, and usually I'll sell the pillowcases in my shop as a whole, unless there's a stain on them, and then I'll cut them up and just use the good pieces. You know what I mean? So, as far as putting them in my shop, I might use the stain piece for myself as far as cutting that up into something, just as using the fabric, whatever I can use and salvage out of it. But I haven't had too many, like when I buy the sheets or the pillowcases, I kind of haven't really found any with stains on them, If there was a stain on it, it was like teeny tiny, but I've had pretty good luck with finding beautiful vintage sheets. So the next one is white background with these beautiful, like, vibrant colored flowers on them. This looks like a butterfly. I think it is meant to look like a butterfly right there. Isn't that pretty? And then this one is like this. I'm unfolding and unfolding, but it unfolds again, But look how vibrant those colors are. Very beautiful. So, and when I bring the sheets home from the thrift store, I wash them. So whenever I brought these home, they were washed. I kind of like usually throw them in the washer before I even show them to you on my Thrifty Thursday. Here's the next one. These have this one has tinier flowers with these little bouquets like this. Kind of a peachy, it has maybe a little bit of a pink hue in it, but mostly kind of a peachy color there. And then the blues and the greens, and then there's these little peachy pink flowers too. So that one. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I have, every time I fold it back, I'm trying to figure out how did I have that folded now? So I can fold on the same crease lines, if you know what I mean. So that one. The lemon, I'm trying to think which are the other ones. I only had one of, I think this one on the bottom, or maybe these two here. That one on top, I think, that watercolor one. Okay, so here's the lemon. Very pretty. Well, actually, I call it lemon, but it's actually like limes and lemons on here. There's some green here too. So great for a little, if you wanted to use this fabric for a lemon journal. I know I washed this, but I would probably, you can decide if you get one of these, but I would probably starch it a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth. I don't know if you can see, but I didn't iron it or anything, but I would probably iron it. But that's up to you, you know, the look you're going for. If you don't care if it's not wrinkled, it just has a kind of a texture to it that looks like it needs to be, to me, looks like it needs to be, I would iron it to make it as smooth as like this one here or the others, you know, it's just not as smooth. Maybe it has more cotton in it or something, but very beautiful. And then this one here, this one feels like a blend of some kind. It's very smooth, but it just doesn't feel like it's all cotton. But still, it's a good fabric to, you know, use in our journals if that's what you want to use it for. This has the hem on it from the end of the sheet, but very vibrant pinks and kind of a fuchsia or kind of almost a bright burgundy maybe with the green leaves. It has a grayish, kind of lavenderish, a lavender with a grayish hint or tint in the background here. It's not white back there, so on the base or the background. And then this one is the one I have. I think this is the last one of this. That's the last one I saw this morning anyway when I was getting this together. So this pretty yellow one with like yellow tulips here. There's white tulips there. Very pretty, has green leaves, and that's a big piece too, of course, like fat quarter size. So that is everything I wanted to show you. So these will be in my shop if you're interested when you see this video. And I will be back with you with some more bundles. I have a couple, maybe tomorrow or next Saturday. I have a couple that are just the linens, you know, like doilies and things. So I got those out, but I thought it would be too much for this video, make it too long. And plus I have to list these too before I publish. So my granddaughter's coming over later and I have to make lunch and stuff. So I was like, I don't know if I can get all that done. So anyway, I just have these three right to show you right now. And then I'll get some more together for you. And I hope you have a great weekend, a great day, and I'll see you next time. See you later.